The majority maybe currently at this stage of our customers are pharma companies.
Yeah. Do you know how many cancer types you support?
Right now it's 10.
10 cancer types. That includes breast cancer?
Yes, this is the latest one, which came in Q1 now.
Yeah, we're very, very proud of that. We're serving lung cancer, kidney, melanoma, Hautkrebs, but also now breast cancer. Hey, Dejan.
Hey.
Good to see you again.
As well.
You're here now with us for almost 5 years.
Yeah.
So after so many years and seeing the company grow, how would you describe, what we are doing? What is our business? What can we serve our customers with? Maybe you have 3, 4, 5 different ideas or different statements about it. What comes to your mind first?
That's actually a very good question, mostly because I have tried several times throughout all these 4 or 5 years to come up with a short answer, which is able to explain to an outsider what actually is what we are doing. And so far, I was not successful with this.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the harder things actually to do here. So when I explain what we are doing, I like to divide things into at least, let's say, 4 categories.
All right.
The first category I start with, it's usually also the one which company started with, Scrabble, where it's all about feedback management and customer or employee experience.
Yeah.
So we do have our own software, which is in development since the beginning of the journey, right? Since like 5-6 years already. And the software can do, of course, surveys and quizzes and things like this. But it's not only about the software. We also do offer consultations and strategies on how to achieve the best possible feedback, like which questions to which target audience, through which channels, right? Because it's very important to get a valuable feedback upon which you can then base your actions, which would then improve any type of use it sales funnel or internal processes or whatever it is you're trying to improve. So first topic, very big in our universe, feedback overall.
Then I have a question to this.
Okay.
If you look into Scriber and into our feedback management software you just explained, what is the number one use case or customer that comes to your head that we are happy to deal with?
Well, we are, of course, happy to deal with all customers and all industries. It happens to be that the majority maybe currently at this stage of our customers are pharma companies. Yeah. And Scrabble is actually very widely used on global level. Yeah. So this actually gives me also a good feeling that it's very valuable for also someone like that.
Then I'm asking you a follow-up question. So outside of the life science sector, what other industry or customer comes to your mind when you think about Scrabble?
Europa Park.
Voilà. Thank you very much, because that's surely something we're very, very proud of, that an Europa Park. Do you know how many feedbacks we get there per month?
I know it's a lot. 6-figure?
Yes. It's always between 10 and 20,000 per month, or depending on the survey, depending on the season even more. So feedback is the first bucket of services and products we are supplying. What is you said you had 4. What is your second one?
Yeah, the second one is like a typical digital agency. Yeah. So from design things like UX, UI to video animations, and then to digital marketing or advertisement campaigns. Yeah. Also, of course, web design or custom web solutions, patient portals. So altogether kind of digital marketing agency.
Yeah. All right. And again, my question here. If you think about us as a digital marketing agency, what is the number one project or customer that comes to your mind that we are dealing with? I have something in mind, but let's see if you hit the nail that I have laid out.
Okay. Also, of course, many customers, but sometimes every once in a while, there come projects which are not necessarily measured as a monetary value, right? Yeah. It's actually where it really makes kind of difference to the world or to the target audience. One project comes to my mind is a pink cube. Yeah, actually, the results of that project are actually changing people's lives. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So the Pink Cube, that's a campaign we were able to run now for the second year, where we set up stage at different train stations in Switzerland. I think last year was Liestal in Basel, Chur, Stadtlauf Zurich and Baden, and where we have shipping containers and gynecology teams. And we do market then this whole event online. And we're there for 2 days, and then women and men can queue up and get an examination leading up to breast cancer. So yeah, that's for me one of the projects I love the most, because we do make a big difference there. But I was actually referring to Glacier Express. It's a very emotional topic to me. It's a tourism company. The Glacier Express runs from Zermatt to St. Moritz, the other way around. And we were contracted to do the whole outside environment, what the world sees out of Glacier Express, to redesign that one. But yes, it's an emotional project, but it's commercially surely very interesting, but emotionally surely Pink Cube stands out. So that was the second part. The third area.
So third, actually, it's very similar to the second, right? So it's also digital agency, but specialized to pharma or life science industry, right? So, of course, whenever a new drug or a pill comes to the market, it needs also a landing page. It needs to maybe some marketing campaign or some flyers or whatever it needs. Yeah. So that's also, of course, where we can support, because we were able to specialize ourselves within the tools and processes that pharma and life science operates in. Yeah. So us being able to do so makes us a good vendor for life science companies. Yeah. To solve their problems in these areas.
Do you know, top of your head, how many projects? I mean, you're the CEO of the company. All projects run for you, but do you know, top of your head, how many projects you and your team are doing at any moment in time?
It's always around between 40 and 50 projects at a time. Yeah,
I know that because I see the invoice coming in, where we have to pay money, and I see also the revenues coming in. It's very substantial. Never thought in my entire life that we ever do more than 2 projects at the same time. Yeah. So 50 is a substantial number. And do you know roughly how many pharma projects you and your team have delivered in the last 5 years?
More than 400 projects, for different pharma companies.
Yeah, that's about correct. And then we have about 100 projects non-pharma. Substantial. So now we had the feedback part, we had the digital agency part, and then we had digital agency for pharma and life science. So what is number 4?
Number 4 is also one of the projects close to heart, because it touches on the topics that many people had some type of experience with, right? It's Oncology Compass. Yeah. It's our platform for, of course, oncologists. So we developed this platform initially with support and with actually MSD, but by now it's 100% on the Capptoo side ownership. And so oncologists in general, they have among others, one major issue, which is time. Yeah? So they hardly get a break. And oncology being a huge field as it is, a lot of new information coming in for a doctor to be able to treat the patients to the best they can. They need to be up to date, of course, with all the relevant and new information. So this is one area we identified that we could maybe support. And so that is actually the reason we created the platform, Oncology Compass. As an example, if today was a conference where some new publications would be presented. Yeah. So for, let's say, one indication, if you take a lung, for example, there are maybe 100 new publications presented today. But for one doctor, he doesn't need all these 100, or not all 100 are relevant for him or practice changing for him, right? Yeah. He only needs maybe 3 or 4 out of those 100. Yeah. But he still needs to identify them, and this is the place where he spends a lot of time going through all of those on different platforms and losing a lot of time to identify exactly those which are specially for him, which he needs to better treat the patients. And this is exactly the point of Oncology Compass, because he can just log onto the platform and click some filters and biomarkers and filter criteria, and he gets the list of currently up-to-date only practice-changing publications available.
Yeah.
And this is a huge time saver for doctors, for oncologists.
Yeah, I fully agree. This is also very close to my heart, this project. And Dejan and I, we were involved from the very first idea of the project to now, 3 years later, where we serve oncologists and pulmonologists and specialist doctors around the whole world. Now, top of your head again, in terms of using viewers on the website, do you know which country has the most users on the OncoCompass website or platform?
Country, that would be, most registered users is Switzerland, but most traffic users, is it US?
No, it was US in Q4, in Q3, in Q4 it was the United Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
And that's also followed by China then, what was set out to be a Swiss platform for Swiss oncologists. We took it global last year, now it becomes really, we have traction around the whole world. So, and do you know how many cancer types you support?
Right now it's 10.
10 cancer types. That includes breast cancer?
Yes, this is the latest one, which came in Q1 now, live for less than a month actually. So it's our latest cancer type on the platform.
Yeah, we're very, very proud of that. We're serving lung cancer, kidney, melanoma, Hautkrebs, but also now breast cancer. So let's wrap this up with a quote that I'm very proud of. When we interviewed the users of the Oncology Compass, there was one physician. We asked them, what is your main benefit of using OncoCompass? And 2 of them actually said the same thing. The Oncology Compass saves time that they need to save lives.
Yeah.
And this is absolutely beautiful. So we're really in here for good cause. So is there anything else did you miss anything we're doing in the company?
Yes, there are also several other things we're doing, but maybe one to mention just, which also kind of breaks the habit. Our newest adventure, or one of them, is Kivano. Yeah. It's like a beauty experience lounge. Yeah. Totally different, but also makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
That's for most users probably a very bit far-fetched, but with the Kivano lounges, we are going into the beauty space, the beauty experience area, but not only to become or have a lot of good beauty experts. It's also related to social media, to experiences, to software development for this whole industry. It's also related to our existing customer base, that are part of them are actually customers of our Kivano lounges too. So yeah, it looks a bit far-fetched, but all in all, it makes a lot of sense. But that was very interesting to hear after 5 years review on the company. And, it's a nice way of, learning again from someone else how he sees what we're doing. So Dejan, thanks a lot.
Nice talking to you.
Happy holidays next month in Asia.
I look forward to it. Thanks.
Recover.